Okay, here's Roman. I'm gonna go through the whole process of bringing a character from Photoshop to Unity over Spine, doing some test or template, or well, rather placeholder animation in Spine, and then bring it over to Unity. So maybe you find that useful. Then let's get started. As you can see here, there's several layers with the different elements of the character. I already prepared that. Now what you kind of have to do is run the script that comes with the Spine for Photoshop. I think it's also Illustrator and a GIMP script. So I think I'm gonna rename it quickly so I get a different name for that. That's a bit video. Let's keep it like that. Save it. Here's the script and go. So that takes a few seconds. The benefit of doing it like that is that everything will in place in Spine, and you don't have to place it by hand. So let's move over to Spine. Okay, that was an earlier import, so let's do new project and import data, browse to the folder. So where did I put it? I think it's here. That's the JSON file the script created. You could change the scale, but I already did that in Photoshop. And here we go. Now, since my folder is not on the same level as my JSON file, it will not find it. One thing that kind of confused me at the beginning is that you have the standard skeleton that is in every new project file and the ones that gets created from your import, so you can delete the old one, because sometimes you're trying to match up the images and then you're picking the wrong one, which is kind of confusing. So delete that. Check the images folder, browse, and I think it's supposed to be here, I'd say. Well, yeah, that's it. Okay, now we're in Spine. I might use the monitor in a better way. First thing is select everything and, well, move it to the right position, maybe frame it a bit better. Okay, now we're having some red images here. These are images from earlier exports that are not used anymore, so that's why they're red, but next to that they're all the images that got exported just recently. So let's start setting that up. Pick the create tool, then hold, I think, what is it, control. Oh, I have by the way, I have the root bone down at 0, so if I'm just gonna move this one in code later, so I'm gonna keep that here and then create another one somewhere here. If you hold control, you can highlight the images, which is kind of important, because if you click it like this, it's get outline blue, and the next bone you create, oh wow, that was wrong, hit space to deselect. So the next bone you're gonna create will be will be parented to that, which is very useful. So, for example, this one is immediately parented. You can see it over here that the image is already parented under that bone. Quickly undo that. Not rotating, but rather translating. Okay. This is gonna take a while. So kind of have to think about where these elements gonna rotate. I'm planning to do a mesh for the upper body to bend it. So we'll see if that's gonna work. What's going on here? Okay. I will add later deformation for the hair as well, so the hair can be animated as well, but I'm not going to do it right now. So now the arms. Okay. Deselect, choose the bone. That's kind of weird behavior right now. I don't get it. Why that's behaving that way. But well, just continue. Nope, I just want this arm. Actually, I select the bone again, then this arm, and drag it down. Lower arm. Well, that's really weird. But wait. Select the parent bone. And now, actually. Yeah, there it is. Create the bone. And again. Okay. The legs. Here it's important because I'm gonna do constraints that there is a certain angle, because if there is no angle for the leg, your knee will bend the wrong way, which you will not want to have, I guess. So this is like gives or defines the angle for the knee. Next leg. So again, create a bit of an angle. That's the tool, so the tool knows where to or how to bend it. Okay, that's now the the setup. Let's quickly go through it. I think the scarf, for example, has no parent, or the sword, so we can, for example, just take the pose tool, select a few bones, and just try it around. Oh yeah. weird behavior in the belly area. I'm just gonna fix that. I'm missing one bone. I think we're just gonna need, no, we're gonna need another one for the head. I thought I did that, but well. Okay, here we go. So back again. Yep, the scarf, which is not really a big deal. We're just gonna select the scarf and I think hit P and choose the parent bone. I'm gonna give it to the neck, which makes most sense, and the same for the sword. I'm gonna pick the body bone and the backpack as well. So let's see, reselect the spine, use the pose tool. Yeah, now that's better. Okay, that area will be fixed with the mesh. But another problem right now is or are the legs, because oh, that's weird. That's weird, but I think I know what's going on. Yep. These I forgot to go back to the root bone before I created the right leg, so these are parented to the foot, which we don't want. So, well, problem is, I think if I delete that, I'm going to delete the foot, well, the image as well, which I don't want. I'm pretty sure there's also a workaround for that, but actually I don't know how to do that. So let's try this. Just gonna move the bones from here to the root level. Or where's the other leg, front leg? It's here. I think it should be root level actually, but well, let's put it here. Let's see. Kind of close them. I have now back upper leg, front upper leg. That's kind of weird. Back upper leg, back lower leg. That's weird actually. This should be here. Yep. And where's the foot? Front foot, front upper leg, back upper leg. So I'm missing back foot is here. Okay, I'm just gonna put that here. I think now we're going. The pants. And I think that's not how it's supposed to be either. Back upper arm. They are, well, yeah, they're connected to the neck, which is fine. Front arm. Okay, another thing should be good here. Let's test it out. Yo. Well, okay, we're having like a slight edge over there on the image from the upper leg, but we're gonna change it later. Also the light blue areas, but that's rather easy. And what's going on here? Oh, just a second. I think those are kind of box select, which maybe would speed up the process. Yo, we're fine here. Yes, we can rotate it, which is good. And so let's add the constraints. There might be a problem with the pants right now, but we're gonna see in a few seconds. Check the spine once again. Man. Okay. Now, yes, normally, well, we'll see. Maybe the constraint's gonna solve it. Because I want to animate over constraints, I'm gonna create a few. Let's start clicking on a new IK constraint and selecting, well, before you click on the creating a constraint, you have to select 2 bones or 1 bone, but not more than 2, and then placing, just gonna call it front arm. Okay, now I just can move this one around. Now you see that, well, 2 things. The art could be changed a bit, so this is rounder up here, but this is not a big deal. The other bigger problem is that my upper arm is below the scarf, which I don't want to have, but that can easily be solved. So look for upper arm, put it over the scarf, and we are fine with that. Okay, select the back arm, kinda put it back together, create a new constraint, back arm, here we go, another one. Oh yeah, say there's another problem in the graphic. I'm gonna change that later, not a big deal. Now the spine, actually I don't know if I have to select the root bone. No, I don't think so. So select these 2. Yep, so you can see the arms try to stay in place, which is very handy for some animation. But now what should happen is if the pants rotate, the the legs should follow, which they do not do. So you have to think about how to fix that. This might be to change the parents of the upper leg bones to this one. Did that solve it? Let's quick. Oh, whoa! Don't decapitate the guy. Yeah, there you go. So, what I did is when creating the leg, I had this bone. Actually, I don't know if that's even necessary. Well, just keep it there right now. So I had this bone selected, but it needs to be parented to this directly, because this will not be influenced from my IK solver there. Undo and do the same with this one. Hit P, pick this bone, and we should be good to go. Yep. Now we want to have the legs stay in place as well. Right now we should know how to do that. Create another IK constraint front leg and another one. Back leg. Okay. Here we go. Since my feet are so short, I don't bother, well, creating constraints for my feet. What I do is just selecting this bone and rotating if rotate that directly if necessary. That's totally good enough for this purpose. Okay, maybe go back to the initial pose. So let's see if this is... Whoa. That's weird. Actually... Oh, no, it's not that weird. There's no back leg constraint anymore. Maybe I just undo it once too much. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know why. So just create it. Back leg. So here we go. So now, yeah, it tries to keep it in place. If I want to, well, crouch or something, I have to kind of select this as well. And then, whoa, wait a second. Just the arm and this one. Okay, that's a weird thing from before, but we keep it. No, we get it solved. This one, this one, this one, and yeah, move it down. Come on. No, not selecting anything. Again, deselecting everything with space. Are we good now? That's weird. That's weird. Well, sorry, this is pretty boring, I guess, to watch, but well, it works. I just cannot kinda. Oh, no, it's working. Yeah, I see. So that's the way you could crouch or do something else. So that's kind of it. I'm gonna save that as a version. Gonna put that spine. Put that here. Okay. And oh, okay. Resize the window again. Maybe I'm gonna add another constraint up here for this bone, just to have it easier. And call it head. So because that way I just can select that and... Oh no, that's not what I wanted. I think I picked the wrong bone for this one. So quickly put them back down. So yeah, just select this one. Should be good with that, right? Yes, we are. Okay. Constraint, create one. Ding, head, and here we go, right? Yes. Okay, there's another layer or image sorting issue. So the head draw order needs to go head in front of the scarf. What is neck 2, by the way? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna ignore that right now. Look at it later. So bring it back to the initial pose. It's not really necessary, but just like him standing kind of normal here. Can delete the bones, check that. That's okay. Actually, I could do another setup for the sword, add another bone for it, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh, wait a second, I'm gonna save it again. Instead, we're gonna set up the mesh. So add mesh here, zoom in, we want to see a bit more, and edit the mesh, create, just gonna define the outline a bit better. Then delete these. Now, since we're gonna have a lot of bending here, we're gonna create some edges around the belly. I think there's not that much bending up here. Well, it's the chest area anyway, which doesn't bend too much. But maybe I'm gonna add another one down here. Okay. Okay, that looks weird. It's 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna... Okay, that's not really pretty. Actually, I expect them to connect these. Okay, that's kind of weird. This edge row. I'm just gonna keep it that way. Okay. Now we're gonna bind it to these two bones and let him calculate. This kind of takes a few 6. Okay, now let's see what happened. Oh, maybe I should show the bones again. Yeah, you can also weight it, but we're just gonna, so you can see these cake diagrams show how much influence the yellow bone and how much influence the red bone has on each individual point. I think that looks quite okay already. Maybe there's a bit too much red. It's really simple. Just select it and select one of the weights and just adjust it. It's really easy workflow. So yeah, let's see what happened with that. So you see that the belly bends kind of interestingly. Oh yeah, maybe I can zoom out a bit. Yeah, I did the same for the head, for the hair, so the hair can be animated, but let's see how long the video is already. I don't know. Can't see, but it's very long already, so I'm just gonna do that later. So can I go back to the pose? Yeah, there it is. So save it again, and maybe as a second version, just if something went wrong, I can go back one step. So now this is the setup window, the animation window, and I'm not gonna do pretty animations right now because this would take time. I'm just gonna create 2 animations, plural. One run, well, run in quote, and 1 idle. Just start with the idle one. We have the auto key selected. Just gonna select everything and, well, key, rotate and translate. I don't think that's really necessary, but kind of duplicate and put it here so nothing happens. Go in the middle. I'm just gonna do what I did before. Select these 4 and this one. Now if you hit Control 1, the selection gets stored, and whatever is selected, you can just hit 1 and the selection will be well, you select the same things again. So I'm just gonna bend a bit. You see I have ghosting on, but I can kind of turn it off. Wait a second. Don't need that right now. So that's maybe a bit too much. Well, it's okay, it doesn't matter. So it's what I said before. Nope. Select these 2 and rotate them back. So maybe that's weird. Do some movement with the arms, maybe a bit with the head. And now we have this. It's a bit fast, but that can easily be solved. Just okay. I think I didn't pick all the keys when I scale it up, so maybe it would be a good thing to store this selection as well. I'm just gonna store it on number 9. And now expand it to 20. Yeah, as I said, not gonna do pretty animations here. Just have something to explain how I'm doing it normally, and that should be fine. I don't want to bore you to death, so create a new animation, call it run. Or maybe I'm gonna rename this one here idle. So display the bones. You could color the bones as well, but I don't feel it's necessary. So, and in the setup area, I think you could color them. Where's the option here? For example, back arm red, front arm yellow, front, well, that's not really pretty, that yellow, front leg a bit lighter yellow, and back leg a bit lighter red, and so on. Well, that's really ugly. Let's change that. Well, okay. Okay, let's go back to the animation. So hit 9 to select everything. Oops, don't need that. Well, it doesn't matter. Well, actually, I'm just gonna do something like that. So please excuse the very sloppy run animation I'm gonna do. Oh, see, look at that. That's not the draw order issue, but that's not a big deal. Just go back to the setup and the backpack. Where is it? Backpack. Huh, okay, naming the stuff in Photoshop would help. Okay, there's the backpack, and the issue was that the backpack needs to be in front of the back upper arm. So, yep. Well, the hand as well. Where is it? Backpack. Okay. Now we're good. Going back to the animation here, that's my first pose, and going to the next. Just gonna do that. The next one. This will look very weird, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes, oh, there's another draw order issue. So back to the setup. The front leg, no, what was that? Yeah, the pants need to be back behind the front upper leg, and maybe even behind the front lower leg, so just select these two, chop. Now, yes, that's all. That's a bit edgy here, but I'm just gonna change the art, the graphic file for that, and then we're good. So just gonna go to the next one. What did we do here? Gonna do something similar. Oh, careful to select the right handle. Okay. As promised, this looks very weird, but it gets the job done. What I could, well, maybe just adjust the arms at least a bit. Well, it doesn't have to look totally stupid. Which it still does, but it's okay. Okay, now maybe one thing. This, I'm just gonna select everything and move him a bit upwards. Oh. Oh my god, upwards. Rotate. Nope. Yep. Then move it up a bit. Something like that. Yeah, a bit more like bending it in front would help as well. Would be cool if... Nope. So have to do that for every frame. I don't know if I could select all of them. Let's figure it out. No. Well, not a big deal. This would be more like a walking whoop. A walking pose, then a running pose, but okay. Come on. This selection maybe would be worth saving as well, but I didn't do it. Here we go. So this will be very wonky. Animating is very time consuming. Oh, almost did the same mistake twice. So just gonna blow it up a bit. Wow, this is very bad. What does that do? That's a big of a stretch here. And it doesn't blend in between, which is weird, but I think it will do in Unity. Okay. Well, here's the very awkward run animation. And here's the, well, a bit better idle animation. Yeah, it would be nice to add more secondary animation for the scarf and the hair and the sword, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Instead, I'm gonna jump into Unity, or let's have a look. Here's Unity. Gonna integrate the animator. This one as well, back down here. I'm just gonna start a new project, open project. So just create a new one. Yeah, 2D is fine, but different name would be nice. Okay. Okay. Computer is struggling. Video setup. Well, it doesn't matter. Just have to find it again. So give him a second to restart. Okay, then what else is necessary is that you import this Spine Unity package. You can get it on the Unity page or their GitHub page. Just put it into here. So man, my computer is struggling keeping up. But yeah, now you can see if you should have create. Well, actually you should have like, oh no, sorry, I'm just moving that over. I have to do that first. I don't want to have the spine examples, don't want to look at them right now, but get the runtime libraries and stuff like that. So importing the scripts, and now you see the Spine C# and the Spine Unity folder and the gizmo. So the gizmo needs to be on the main level here, or the icon will not show up. But I'm just gonna create, well, now you see that spine thing to instantiate your character. What I'm gonna create now is a spine data video character. That's the folder I'm gonna export my animations to. So go back here, maybe save the project again. Okay, and then export it. So let's browse through the right folder. Maybe just move that over here. It's the video thing, assets, spine data, video character. Select this one. Oh, there's another setting. Since I'm using meshes, supposedly these two, strip whitespace X and strip whitespace Y, should be checked off. Export it. Going back to Unity, they should be imported, and voila, here we are. Now let's see the animation. Here's the idle one and the running one. Okay, it doesn't blend, so we have to fix that in Spine directly. What is kind of cool is that the problem I was having with earlier versions, they do not show up here because in early versions I had the problem that when I was changing back from running to idle, the animation did not completely switch back, but the legs stayed in the way they was last from the run animation. So now let's check the scene. I'm just gonna instantiate it quickly. Spine, instantiate mechanism. And here we go. Here is the character. Nothing happens right now because there are no controls and whatnot. I'm going to use the Platformer Pro setup for that. I bought that on the asset store in Unity. Maybe I'm gonna do another video on this one, but that was kind of the workflow from Photoshop over Spine to Unity. And yeah, I hope you kind of found this not too boring and maybe helpful for your own projects. That's it. If you want to know more about the project or more about what I doing or used to do, just to visit gamesartist.net. And yeah, good luck for your own project, and bye bye.